Welcome to this week's episode of Profiles in Health and Wellness. My name is Marney Gellner. I'm joined by Eric Nordquist. Hello, Eric.
How you doing?
I'm excellent. Thank you. We are about to listen to an interview that we did with Heidi Glaus, who is a TV and radio personality in St. Louis, Missouri.
The Big 550.
The Big 550. I think we in the Midwest say Missouri, and I think if you live there, you say Missouri.
Missouri.
Am I right?
I think so. I don't know. There was a very nice Southern belle charm to the accent, the tint in her voice.
Yeah.
Is it a tint, a tinge? I don't know what it is.
I mean, there was a little twang in it. It was comforting.
Yeah.
It was comforting.
I love the interview with her because, and this is weird, whether it's male to female or just kind of, the perception of each individual's weight loss journey. Like my journey took me down a farther path of physical pounds lost than you or this interview with Heidi. But clearly the value of Profile, I think, is shown to be, and it's not about necessarily being versatile, but you can hear and you'll hear from Heidi kind of what she got out of it. Might be a little bit different than I am getting out of it, but the goals ultimately are the same, right? Being healthy, feeling good, and all of those things. But I've always been intrigued by kind of the TV element. Today we are in a very visual world, and what you look like, especially when the TV cameras are on, it matters. And whether you feel good or not, the viewers notice you. There's the endearing part of it, but there is the physical appearance aspect of it. And
don't I know it?
And you know it. And so like the weight loss part factors into it. So it was interesting hearing from Heidi kind of about her TV career and transitioning and just making all of that work.
Mm-hmm. And I like what you say about being versatile, because that's a big part of it, because everybody needs something different. Everybody has a different way of going about things. Everybody has a different end game and goals. So it's important to be able to be flexible and adaptable. And on the other side of this break, we will hear Heidi's story and meet her. Heidi Glaus from St. Louis, Missouri is right after this on Profiles in Health and Wellness.
Yeah, Nordo, right back with you here for Profile by Sanford. It's a weight loss program, Profile by Sanford. And there are a lot of weight loss programs out there, right? Well, a lot of them are just eat as few calories as you can and hit some sort of goal, and then a month later they kick you out the door. Best of luck. That doesn't necessarily feel right. Am I correct there? I mean, if you're like me, you've tried many of the quote-unquote crash diets or, the all problem-solving diets, and they haven't worked out. And so you're in a spot like I was. I needed help. I couldn't just go to the gym and knock off a quick 50 pounds. I needed help. And it goes beyond just lowering the calorie count and trying to stay active. All of those things are important, but your relationship with food, the decision-making, eating habits, there's kind of a recalibration and an overall health outlook as it pertains to long-term health, and I think that Profile by Sanford do it better than anybody. I love and relish the opportunity I have to work with them, the relationships I've built with them, and I've had success with it too, down 50-plus pounds. So check them out, profileplan.com, but let's get back to this podcast.
We are happy to welcome in our guest on Profiles in Health and Wellness today. It is Heidi Glaus, who is a familiar name to people in the St. Louis area. Heidi spent 22 years hosting the show Show Me St. Louis at KSDK TV and has since moved into radio at KTRS. She's host of the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert. Hello, Heidi. Welcome. How are you doing today?
I am great. How are you, Marty?
Wonderful. Fantastic. Hey, you and I live in the same world, a little bit of TV, a little bit of radio. And I'm wondering, after spending 22 years on television, now moving into radio, will you ever do your hair or wear makeup again?
You know what? No heels.
Yeah.
I am pretty fresh-faced right now, and I wear a lot of hats.
A lot of hats, and you can wear those in the radio studio with pride.
I don't know that I would ever go back to TV. I thought I was living my, dream, and I loved it while I was in it, and then getting out, it's just a whole new world.
Well, it's good to try something new sometimes. It's good to get out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Is this weird for you to be on the receiving end of somebody asking questions, and you're not the person asking the questions?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm kind of a control freak. I like to lead things a little bit. So to take a step back and give somebody else the keys, it's a little unnerving.
And you're, of course, not judging every question from the host.
I would never.
Saying, I would rephrase it this way. No.
No, I'm not that kind of girl.
I looked through your Twitter account a little bit to try to get to know you. And
I've been following you as well. You got a mad softball swing.
I played a little bit in my day. This is how we do research these days. It's you look at people's social media accounts. Isn't
it crazy?
Your Twitter profile picture is a photo of you and Ellen DeGeneres, like on her show. Have you been on her show?
No. So KSDK was an NBC affiliate that carried Ellen. And so I was very fortunate that after several requests, her team allowed me to come out there and interview her.
Oh.
Now, there were several, caveats to that. I had to submit a list of questions. I was told several times that she is a A-list celebrity, not a C or a D-list celebrity. And then I called him my work husband, my photographer that worked with me for 22 years, was not allowed to shoot it. We had to shoot it with the studio cameras in front of her live audience. So that's where that picture comes from.
Oh, interesting. It looks like you're a guest. It's a wonderful picture. I have
a
friend who did a quick interview with Ellen once when she was promoting her show. And one of the things they told my friend was that he cannot ask her to dance. Do not ask her to dance. Was that
there were
one
a
of your
lot of
requirements?
rules. I was told I couldn't ask about Porsche. I couldn't ask about politics. Couldn't ask about different writers on the staff. There were a lot of interesting things, and I did not meet her until that very moment.
Well,
we were out, on the set.
Yeah, maybe they should have given you the questions.
Maybe.
I mean,
it would have been much easier.
I also noticed that you're an RV gal. Is this a recent purchase? Are you traipsing the country? Are you just learning it? Where are we with the RV?
So this is crazy, and don't judge. So we've been doing this for about 4 years now, and just kind of jumped into it. Now, I grew up, my mom and dad were both educators, and we had a pop-up camper, and it's some of the best memories I had from my childhood. I mean, we went to so many places. We'd go water skiing and we'd go fishing. It was great. But, as I got older and made my own living, I kind of like the 4- and 5-star hotels. So I got away from that whole, kind of camping world. And then I kind of like things my way, as I was mentioning. And I decided that wouldn't it be nice just to go across the country but be in your own sheets and have your own coffee cup. So 4 years ago, we went to an RV show just kind of starting to dip our toes in the water. We bought one, and we are now on our third RV in 4 years, all kind of the same size, but we love it so much. It's the best decision we've ever made.
And you're getting use out of it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret right now.
Yeah.
It can save marriages on a couple of different levels because, one, you have to communicate. Like, somebody's got to be the go-to kind of, co-pilot giving directions and which lane do you get in as you approach a big city. But we also take it to my mother-in-law's, and we set it up in the driveway. And when you need your own time and you don't want to be near the family, you just go out to your little house on wheels.
Heidi, that is genius. That is genius. So you're not just camping, you're driveway parking.
Oh, yeah. And
next level.
Let me tell you something. It's not camping. It is so glamping.
Glamping.
We have an outdoor TV on this thing. And so, 2 weeks ago, we were on a Katy Trail here in St. Louis. It's a beautiful bike trail that goes for, I don't remember how many miles, like from Kansas City all the way to St. Louis, basically. And we were camped right beside the Katy Trail and had the Cardinal game on outside. So, it's perfect.
What a life. What a life.
Yeah.
Tell me there was a s'more in there.
Well, there was plenty of great treats.
Okay.
When I have my niece and nephew, just with the girls, there's a little more wine.
I'll accept that. I will accept that. Well, I would imagine maybe you could stock your shelves with some Profile shakes and bars and throw some cauliflower crusts in your miniature freezer inside your RV.
Oh,
What's
girl, it is loaded with my Profile pancakes.
there you go.
I love the peanut butter bar. That, like, when it is time for I can hardly wait until it's like 4 o'clock because that's usually when I have my, afternoon snack, and I'm like running to get it.
That is I literally had the peanut butter bar, the peanut butter brownie bar, right before we started this segment. And our producer,
so
Eric
good?
Nordquist, can be the witness to that. The wrapper is sitting right in front of me. Tell us about what led you to Profile and the success that you've had.
Well, so doing TV for more than 20 years, you're running around all the time. You're carrying gear. Like, I literally probably got 10,000 steps in just during the 30 minutes of doing the show. And then all of a sudden, I decided to go into radio, and I'm sitting for 3 hours straight. I mean, and all of a sudden, this 5 pounds came on, and then all of a sudden it was 7. And I was like, oh, my God, I got to stop this. And I was doing all of the things that I've done for all these years. Now, mind you, I was 46, kind of entering a different part of life. That was hard, but I thought I knew what I was doing. I mean, I'm a college athlete. I thought it was, chicken breast and maybe some brown rice and a vegetable, but it still wasn't coming off. Like, nothing was happening. And I usually could get those 5 pounds off really quickly. And so I learned about Profile because they were actually doing an interview on a different show one morning. And I was listening to it, and I'm like, hang on, this sounds kind of cool and doable. And so I went in for my first consultation, and I've been on it since mid-December, and I have lost that 8 pounds. But more importantly to me, all of my clothes fit so much better.
Yes,
all of the
that's a good feeling.
jeans that were tight are not tight. And my favorite part, I had worn these pants like right before, and of course I had to get into those god-awful Spanx to put them on. I can get in those pants without Spanx.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a celebration.
Oh, my goodness. Well, now I was going to ask you about being on TV and just the image consciousness that comes with that, but it doesn't sound like you really needed Profile until you got out of TV.
I really didn't. I mean, I would say I was hard on myself, and always, TV adds that 15 pounds, so you always had to be on top of it, because if you gained even 5 on TV, it did look like an extra, 10, 15. So it was more when I got off of TV and just got and I was still working out. I was doing my same workouts. It was just during the day I was sitting so much more, and I guess I didn't realize how much I was moving until I wasn't.
Yep. Just as part of your everyday life.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so working with a coach and learning, that chicken breast, I should have been cutting in half.
Mm-hmm.
And I was eating the whole thing thinking I was doing something great.
So it was the education part of it, too, that you're saying you got from your coach and learned when to eat the other half of that chicken breast and how to sort of space things out. And you just needed that education piece.
Absolutely. And I love like the test, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, where they, kind of swab your cheek and learn if you can, have more fat or more carbs. Like, to know what your body needs is so helpful.
Yes. And I had that too, where they swab the inside of your cheek and send it off to a lab, and it sort of tells you how your body absorbs carbs and how many you can have and still be successful, and what range you fall into. Yeah, I found that really helpful as well.
Absolutely. It's just nice to, I also never really needed anybody to keep me in check. I'm pretty good at, getting down to the basement and working out, and pretty diligent about eating, but it's nice to have somebody on my side to just check in every once in a while, go, hey, how's it going? And all right, let's hit this reset button and mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, and if you have the scale, like I do, every time you step on it, that number is going to your coach as well. And I find that to be a motivator. I don't step on it every day, And sometimes if I know I've gained a couple of pounds, I force myself to step on it because I want my coach to see it, because I want someone to go, okay, Marney, let's reel it in a little bit. I find it helps me stay accountable.
Yes, and that I was the girl that was getting on the scale every single day. And, if it would fluctuate a little, I'd, pull my hair out. So same thing. That's one of the things that I don't do anymore. I get on it once to weigh in, and it goes straight to the coach, and, you got to be honest.
And have you now made this a part of your everyday life? Just throwing in a profile shake or bar here and there, even when you're not actively trying to lose the 8 pounds, you've gotten to where you want to be.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know that I'll ever stop eating a couple of the profile foods because I love them, like that marinara sauce. On a Friday night, we made like the profile flatbread with the, red pepper marinara sauce and then just a little mozzarella, and it was so good.
Now, did you make that in the RV or was that in the old-fashioned kitchen?
That was in the old-fashioned kitchen, but we have made many a profile, like pancakes. We've done a lot of oatmeal in the RV, and, of course, we always take the bars.
Yeah.
And shakes.
Easy to travel.
We even took the shakes and the bars to Mexico when we went back in January before we could,
back when we could do that.
Stay home.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? You throw them in your bag.
It's so easy.
Heidi, you and I have a lot in common. I think we're best friends. We like the same bar. We've kind of had the same profile journey. We have a TV, radio. And I was looking through some of your photos on Twitter. And what I want to leave you with is I saw a concert that you went to, and I wanted to share with you that when I was in junior high, high school, and college, I had one favorite singer, and I was in her fan club, and I had the official merchandise, and her name is Winona.
Shut the front door.
I am dead serious. And
I was in the fan club too, Marnie.
Oh, my goodness. Let's get our T-shirts out, take a photo, shop it together.
So crazy. Can I tell you something else that my mother tells me not to tell anybody?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have seen her 38 times.
I would say I'm shocked, but you had titled one of the photos hashtag 37. So I figured you were up there. I mean, I'm only in like the 10, 12 range. So you got me there.
Better than ever.
Oh, man, what a voice.
Yeah.
That's my girl. Why?
So good.
Heidi,
and, that's another thing that those RVs are good for. We've seen Y a couple times in the RV.
Yeah, you go to those festivals back when we could go to festivals. Oh,
absolutely.
What a wonderful thing. Congratulations on your success, Heidi. Thanks for sharing yourself, your story, and all of your tips and just your good-natured self. It was really good to meet you. It was good to just chat a little bit with you and learn a little more about you.
Absolutely a pleasure. And if you're ever in St. Louis, please give me a shout.
Same to you when you roll through Minneapolis in that big RV. I got a long driveway. We'd love to house you.
All right. We'll do it.
Take care, Heidi.
All right. Bye, Marnie.
Heidi Glaus was our guest this week on Profiles in Health and Wellness. Lost those 8 pounds, kept them off, and is a lifelong friend of the Profile family. So our thanks to Heidi, and our thanks to you for listening this week to Profiles in Health and Wellness.